Sneaky, 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 like I'm sick. Hi, chat. Hi, chat. Hi, chat. Hi, chat. Hi, chat. How are you? Happy Tuesday. It feels like Monday, but it's Tuesday. Let me hide the Fugi. Hi, chat. Hi, 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 hi. I guess women do come back. We do. We do. We do. You think I'd leave you, chat? I would never. Me? Leave you? No shot. No freaking shot. Here, let me put on some better BGM. I mean, not that Sneaky isn't like the best song ever written, but for my brain to function right now, I think I do need Animal Crossing. Where is it? Animal Crossing songs, please. I'm dying. Please, New Leaf, save me. New Horizons. Where is it? Here. Let's do 2 p.m. 1 p.m. There we go. Now my brain can function. Hi, chat. Let me thank all the subs really quick. Who started? Let's see. Thank you, Enter Blackner, for the 8-month reset. Thank you. Thank you, Crandigate, for 22 months. Holy shit. Demavi, thank you for the 1 year of Prime. Thank you. Lucidius Knight, thank you for the 21 months. Oh, slash, thanks for the 4 months. Glad to have been here for this long. I'm glad you're here too. Welcome back. Fluzzy, thank you for the tier 3 for 5 months. Let's fucking go. Thank you. And thanks for the Hydrate Peaceful Bud. Thank you. So, chat, what is happening today, you may be asking? Well, there's been some discourse on the internet, on Twitter. I have a question, Pigman. I would need to set up my thing again. I'm almost done with Pigman. I'm in the last area. I found Olimar, but now Ochi is sick. Spoilers for Pikmin. Anyway, we need to fix Ochi. So we're almost done with Pikmin. I'm almost done with Pikmin. I had some help. I got my friend to help me with the night levels because I couldn't do them myself. They were too hard on my wrist. So the plan for today is there was discourse on. Can you repeat the song just nonstop, please? There we go. So I got mad on the internet because people are finally talking about Virtual World, and it's all because of Joseph MBT. Once again, this fucker comes in and is ruining my day. My arch enemy, MBT. He was talking about, there's been all this discourse about price, and then all this discourse about learning how to make a deck and how there's not resources and everything else that makes Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of ass for new players, right? All that fun discourse here. Let me, So here's the Twitter thread. He said, quote retweeting on how wrong Farfet is, as usual. I mean, you don't really need to say Farfet was wrong. It's kind of implied. That's a lot of text. Basically, what he's getting down to is there are not resources, not effective resources for learning Yu-Gi-Oh! And the people, my take is that the people who are able to make competitive content are generally bad at communicating how things work, and there's not enough of them to effectively give the community what it needs for how many decks are out there. In addition to there just being so many releases, like, non-stop. Like, there's a new box every, like, month, it seems like, right? It just doesn't stop. So there's always new cards being added to the pool, and it's hard for, like, players with jobs and other hobbies to keep up, right? It's exactly like science communication. It's shit. Yeah, it's shit. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! All the time, but I feel like I'd be an awful teacher. there's so many things that go into every one of these decks, right? That to play one of these decks effectively, you need way more time than is reasonably expected of a human for a game that does not have prizing worth shit. Ooh, a Nintendo Switch at OICS. That's not gonna pay my rent, right? He also compares it to Magic the Gathering, which is not a one-to-one comparison, since it rotates cards out of the format, so rotates some cards out, so the format is going to be locked in, and the devs can provide the resource to learn how to play and what to play easier. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has an issue, and this is something I've felt for a long time, right? So I've felt like it's really hard for me to learn a new deck because I just don't have time. I'm always doing something, right? And that's how a lot of people are, right? You have to have this be like your one hobby to keep up with it. Modern is the biggest non-commander format and it's non-rotation. I don't know shit about Magic. You guys can debate Lord in the comments. But essentially, the point is there's not enough resources for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because things release too fast. People don't have time, and the people who do like know the things about these decks are they're in small competitive testing circles. Like all the top players will like play with each other, right? And they're not really necessarily releasing that information, right? Or able to even communicate that effectively to the public, right? So you end up with these formats that are like so cut and dry. Like you expect exactly what you've been told, right? You become like a sheep. You're waiting for the meta diagnosis from the top players, and then they'll be like, "Oh, play Rescue Ace, play whatever." Like, it's bullshit, right? Honestly, money and reading aside, what sucks is to see the pros and other content creators act like it's hopeless or don't want to do anything about out of ulterior motives. So the one person I can say that if like provides a lot of resources, despite like my distaste for him, is like Decade. Like when I learned Live Twin, the easiest thing for me to follow was a Decade video. And I don't want to say that. I don't want that to be the scenario, the life we live, right? I don't want that to be the scenario we live in. It's his job, which sucks. He just doesn't engage with the community in any like meaningful way, right? So it's hard to humanize him, especially with the crypto stuff. But like crypto stuff aside, he's done a good job of providing a resource for the community. And not a lot of other people can or will do that. To Joseph's credit, though, Joseph tried to make rotation work. I don't know what happened with it, but he was trying out different formats to make Yu-Gi-Oh! More approachable for a normal person, right? He also told us what might come out in I can't say anything. Yeah, normal people can't keep up with Yu-Gi-Oh, right? But this thread is about learning a new deck, right? It's about learning a deck that may be competitive in the meta. This is a off meta example. I don't think it's Rogue. I think VW is going to be Rogue in this format, but whatever. It's fine. You know, I always say that. I'm like a brat who always thinks VW is going to be the best deck ever, right? But he's like, Virtual World isn't a top deck, but it's not bad either. Since the release of the armor cards, it's gotten a few tops. It's one of the most efficient Beatrice decks in the meta, and with rollback looming, it's not hard to imagine someone who wants to get better at the deck. So, I mean, VW has never left, right? Ever since it was released, it's been like played, right? It hasn't gone away. The armored cards do a lot for VW. I don't quite know how they work, so we're going to play around with them a little bit today. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players will do anything to keep people out of trying Yu-Gi-Oh! All the while asking where are the new players. Literally, that has been the past 5 days, the past week or so of discourse. Like, nonstop, it's discourse about, like, price, to which we have people saying, like, God, there's such bad takes. like, these people are fine, but there's a lot of people who are like just out of touch with what a normal person can be capable of, who isn't expensing these cards on their taxes, right? Like, oh, it's a hobby. It's allowed to be expensive. You don't have to play the expensive cards. Like, shut up. What if I'm a pet decker and I pet deck Pyros and I want to play with the fun new card for my pet deck, right? Yu-Gi-Oh is supposed to be for everyone, right? Not just like you fucking gamers at the top. And this is why I'm an advocate for like alternate formats. But like, how are these their actual opinions? Literally, like, why? The thing is, like, these people are coming from totally different perspectives. So people like Joseph, like, whoever is defending there being a cheaper Yu-Gi-Oh! Skyhawk, right? People who are defending having better price points, having better, like, models for releasing cards, they're imagining a future that could be, right? And I don't think that the people who are defending the price ranges are like defending things being super expensive, like per se. I think they're coming at it from the perspective of how things are, right? It's idealism versus like doomerism, I guess, right? So the idea is like it's never going to get better, so we should just deal with it as it is and accept it as it is. Like, it just seems like somebody who has like given up on the potential for things to change versus people who want change and think it's possible, right? Like, who the fuck wouldn't want cards to be reasonably priced? I mean, other than people who like market watch, like, come on. Or having a set where you could actually make a deck out of for a reasonable price, literally. And some people just hate poor people for no reason, literally. Like, oh my god, I don't want to give him attention, but there is somebody who was like, you guys are just mad because you're poor, and I'm like, you're just saying this for engagement bait. Don't engage with those people. They're just trying to get famous off of being toxic, and if you want to be toxic in Yu-Gi-Oh, like, there's different ways to be toxic, right? Like, I'm toxic in Yu-Gi-Oh, but I make it fun, you know? You just have to be toxic in the right way. You can't just be like actively hating people. Choose your battles. Choose who you hate and how mad you are about it. Most of the community is toxic, but in a fun way. Yeah, be toxic in a fun and quirky way, right? The type of toxic that like makes for good like little drama, you know? I heard Thrust reprints are also hard to pull. From what it looked like from like somebody who opened 13 boxes or something, or 13 cases, it did look a little light, but it could have been regional. I don't know. Yeah, 17 cases. Yeah. I don't have the tweet. If somebody has a tweet, I can pull it up. But basically, like, you just can't get the cards. Like, Thrust was 100 and something. I don't remember what Thrust was before. But like, why is Discord not working for me? My man opened 340 boxes. Literally. I have to close Discord and open it back up. Discord. Thrust is about 55 now because of the reprint. See, that's good, but it still shouldn't be $55, right? Like, that's why I'm playing Flu at the regional I'm going to. Oh, here's the tweet, guys. This is from someone in Germany who opened 14 cases. Thrust definitely looks short printed. This is the pile for Thrust. I mean, it hurts. It's absurd. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Like, the fuck is this? Nobody will want to play the game if it's like this, right? Look at that fat stack of bonfires. I mean, Bonfire's just gonna lose to Droll anyway. Look at that fat stack of transaction rollback. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about, mommy. You haven't played since Fire Water format and just invested in a paper deck. The prices have really shot up. Back in my day, a meta-ish deck was much more accessible, and the price point makes me hesitate to get back in. So that's the thing. So, Josh, you are not alone, right? And this is why I think that formats like Edison and like Rivalry are so good. They're so much more fun because Edison is stable, right? Like some of the cards are going to be expensive, right? But you're not going to like the meta isn't going to change so drastically that your deck will be your like $500 to $1,000 deck will be just completely obsolete in like a month, you know? Wasn't there a buyout of Blazewing Butterfly? I don't know. But alternate formats I think are, and that's why I think the I missed so much Yu-Gi-Oh news. I was busy. I was out. My face had hurt. My teeth hurt a little bit. I think I might have another root canal in one of my front teeth again. But I was out and I missed the YCS announcement, which is that they're doing the 3v3 in like a time what is it? It's a time wizard format. YCS Vegas. I'm not going to YCS Vegas, but mostly because I don't want to go back to Vegas right now. It's expensive. I'm poor. I don't want to go to Vegas. You don't have money. Time Wizard Turbo Blast. Literally. Like, it's so cool. For the first time in a, like, ever, they're doing... Where is this? Where's the announcement? I guess I just need to look at Twitter. Time Wizard 3v3. But like, Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have to be like this. Wait. Is the tweet gone? Am I going to TwitchCon? Yeah, I'll be going to TwitchCon. How the meetups will work will depend on some things I'm doing in the back end. Where the fuck? Yu-Gi-Oh! I guess just go Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. Where is it? Remote Duel, Costa Rica, Vegas. Here we go. Here's the tweet. So, participate in the Ultimate Time Wizard Team Tournament at Team YCS Las Vegas. Team members will use a deck from a different Time Wizard format. So 2005, which I think is GOAT, 2010, which is Edison, and then 2011, September 2011, which I don't know which it is. Will you be going to Leacon? Unfortunately, no. I thought about going to like MagFest, like this weekend, but I think they're gonna sell out of tickets, and I don't want to go for the whole weekend, just like Sunday. But I'm not paying all that money just to go for like one day. Oh, Leah, I have a ticket I'm not using. Do you want it? Maybe. Maybe. It's a very last minute thing to decide, but I think it sounds like fun. But yeah, I'd highly suggest going. I've gone before, but I haven't gone since I think before. No, did I go? No, I went to. It's been a few years. I went before COVID. When I was still a cosplayer, I went. It's like one of those party cons. I want to meet either my VR chat homies or my Yu-Gi-Oh homies. You know what else is fun? Giving Leah money. True. I know for sure I was there. I want to say 2019. I don't remember. But I love just going and playing pop and music all day. Because they have the pop and music cabinets, and you can just play A Cruel Angel's Thesis like nonstop. Because nobody ever really wants to play on the pop and music machines except for like me and 2 other people. So I'll play my round, and then I'll wait in line again to play my round again and again and again. And sometimes they have the computer museum, and in the computer museum you can play around with like MS-DOS computers. What's poppin'? Oh my god. Oh, it's so fun. Here, let me show you. Poppin' music cabinet. So poppin' music is like, I hope this won't get me DMCA'd. Let me put this here. So it's a rhythm game, right? But it's kind of like, it's like Beatmania, but like different. Look.
Here we go.
So like, it's like a piano, but not really.
Are you ready?
It's just really fun. It stimulates my little brain. Ah. 9 buttons. It's so easy. It's so fun. I mostly play the 5-button version because I'm like a little baby. It's really fun. Anyway, different Yu-Gi-Oh formats being supported is like really big. I think it's important to explore other formats, especially when like Yu-Gi-Oh right now is so expensive. It's like the comparison being made is like, what, like it's not as expensive as Dad format, as Dark Armored Dragon format, but like that shouldn't be, that's the most expensive point in the game's history. That shouldn't be your starting point for an argument. Maybe that was bad too. Maybe like this is like, it's just having like boomer arguments against like people who like also can't buy a house, you know? Have you ever tried Dance Rush Stardom? I have not. $1,500 prize card. Literally. Just play Valmonica, only $35. See, that's what I'm talking about. Playing meme formats. I think playing friendlies is way more fun than playing competitively. Also, playing your pet deck is way more fun than playing competitively. Speaking of,